Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I'm happy to be here and still alive in 2019. Very grateful and blessed. The treatments at CHIPSA stopped working for me, sadly and disappointingly. Amazing staff and just a great place, and I had a really good quality of life working with them, but I had to be realistic. Ended up in an emergency situation where I had mass amount of fluid around my heart and lungs. I had no heart and no lungs, and somehow I survived. And at the U of M, they kind of just see it as a miracle, really. It doesn't really make sense why I pulled through it. I was in the hospital for 7 days. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever been through in my life. Yeah, I had tubes hanging out, partially collapsed lung, fluid buildup in the heart that was massive, but didn't have a heart attack, didn't have a stroke, no damage to my heart. My heart healed, which, doesn't really make a lot of sense in Western medicine, but I know why it healed, because when I was in the hospital I had to make some really seriously critical decisions about my emotional well-being and relationships and things and people around me. So I'm now taking chemotherapy at the University of Minnesota and remedying the symptoms of that chemotherapy with cannabis, which has been incredibly helpful. Hard to get used to, but really incredibly helpful. The difference between feeling like I have the flu and all of that, and headaches and just horrible feelings, helps with appetite and sleep and pain and all that. I'd say the hardest thing is, like, sometimes people will say things to me like, well, have you just kind of, are you settling into this? These are kind of, have you accepted this, kind of, like, and my answer to that is hell no. Goddamn no. Shit no. I am never going to give up the fight for my life. I'm not done here on earth. I'm 46 years old. I have two really big reasons. Chloe. This is my daughter, Chloe. 11 years old. She needs her mom. And I am never going to give up. I cannot look at this little girl and tell her that there's nothing can be done for me, that there's a limit, that there's a price tag on my life. I cannot do that. Nor can I do that to Ava. This is 8-year-old Ava, my daughter. I cannot look these girls in the face and say, there's nothing that can be done for your mom, I can't do that. I tell them I'm going to get the best of everything for myself, and conventional treatments only prolong my life, right? They can't cure me. And so the way I look at it is, I'm never going to be tired of fighting for my life. I know everybody dies, but hell if I'm going to die from this goddamn disease. It is a horrible disease, and I'm not going to let myself die from it. So I've always used, Western and Eastern medicine combined, because that's what is most hopeful for people like me. And as you all know, other things like cannabis and alternative treatments are not covered on insurance. And so I certainly do struggle to pay for those without fundraising, without help from everyone. If there are new treatments in the country too that I qualify for, they're not covered on insurance either, even though they're FDA approved. There's a integrative medicine hospital I'm really interested in Arizona, that is FDA approved, incredible place, but not covered on insurance because it's not standard of care. The politics of this disease are really heavy and difficult to explain unless you're really in it. But there are the people who are successful, they're the ones that have access to alternative treatments. And I'm just asking if in the new year here, I know I've been blessed 100,000 times over, and people have given so much to me. I just ask that we're going to start fundraising with t-shirts, and I just ask that people maybe look into purchasing the t-shirts to help my cause and continue my journey, my healing journey. And am I ever going to just accept this and give up? No, never. I would rather die from anything else but this. And I am not going to let this happen. So, please look for those t-shirts. We'll be getting them up soon. And any other fundraising ideas that people have, my GoFundMe, please share this with your community, your church. Please share my story so that maybe if your pocket is exhausted right now after you just had Christmas and, you know, maybe you've given me enough of what, you know, you're comfortable with, maybe someone else that you know would be interested in my story and would like to contribute to it. Thank you for all that you've done for me so far. And please share the video. It just takes a second. I know if you're bored of the story or you're just, I don't know, please just share it, because you never know. There are hundreds and thousands and millions of people out there. If they happen to see it, maybe they'll want to donate, you know? And so give them the chance to see it, please. I beg you, okay? My life is at stake. And I know I look amazing, and people never think, they don't even believe me, I don't think, half the time. But, oh, here, let me see, do I have any evidence? Here's my chemotherapy. This is how they send my chemo in the mail. Caution, you know, don't touch it, it's toxic. And this is what I throw down my throat twice a day, 7 days here on and 7 days off. So, yes, this is real. I really did have a terminal diagnosis of stage 4 breast cancer, and I am going to win. But I need your help to do that. Thanks. Peace. Bye.